You know what I think is pretty fun right now? Watching Democrats making themselves look insane. Certainly seems like after the first 3 weeks of the Trump presidency, they have finally come up with some type of counteroffensive to Trump. And this is what it looks like, at least to me. It's tapping into their wheelhouse of creating the most extreme hypothetical narrative that they can. It's the same type of behavior that lost them the November election and eroded their base with every demographic. Even failing CNN knows this. They conducted a poll recently, and this is what it revealed, everyone. A 58% majority of Democrats and Democratic-leaning independents say the Democratic Party needs major changes or to be completely reformed. But the leaders of their party are doubling down on being extreme. So this is how I wanted to kick off the week. Let's do this tonight. Let's visit some of the best sound bites from the leading Democrats circling around the media ether as of late. And first up, we have Jamie Raskin.
Elon Musk has much bigger plans than Donald Trump, who, we know just wants to become the richest person in the world and get all the attention. But Elon Musk would really like to completely overthrow our system of government and move us into some kind of techno monarchy under the geniuses of Silicon Valley.
Okay, so the congressman, he's coming up with Trump is only president again to become the world's richest man. And Elon Musk is an evil billionaire who wants to take over the United States and then the world after that. All right. Doesn't that seem a little extreme? Maybe Elon Musk just wants to cut waste. I don't know. Here's another. Senator Andy Kim from New Jersey, apparently he's on board for shutting down the government, something once considered taboo and unthinkable by Democrats, in order to prevent Trump and his team from doing exactly what they campaigned on.
Are you prepared to shut down the government, to join Democratic colleagues who want to stand in the way of keeping the government open?
Well, you have to look at what the Trump administration is doing right now. They are simply trying to dismantle the government. So yes, look, if we have to take steps to be able to hold them accountable, use the leverage that we have to force it, I cannot support efforts that will continue this lawlessness that we're seeing when it comes to this administration's actions.
You see, only now it's okay to shut down the government. We have another one, Elizabeth Warren trying to act clever before the Super Bowl and blaming Trump for inflation.
It's Super Bowl Sunday, and here's a reminder that Donald Trump has done pretty much nothing to lower your grocery costs.
He's been president for 3 weeks. Cure record inflation in 3 weeks. Convenient for Democrats to use inflation to their advantage now, huh? I think it's fantastic, though. Let them implode and look crazy and keep losing voters. So the way I'm reading things is like this, everybody. Trump and everyone he campaigned with are doing exactly what they said they're going to do. Now, I know that sounds like a pretty plain statement, but that's it. Democrats, they can't take it. When it comes to Doge, which is driving them absolutely nuts, I want to say this. Trump told us this was going to be big when he announced it. It was this, quote, "It will become potentially the Manhattan Project of our time." This is a big deal. So it's no surprise that some people are having a hard time with it. People don't handle change well, and they really don't like it when change is going to expose everything that they've done. So now judges and attorneys, they're all getting involved. Democrats are putting up all kind of roadblocks. But hey, I'll tell you what, everybody, I'm here for it. You should be too. The more they fight against the will of the American people, which right now is laser focused on finding out what our taxpayer money is being spent on, the worse they're going to look, the more extreme they're going to look. And I don't think they can help it. Do you know who the DNC elected as their vice chair, second in charge? It's a 24-year-old. It's David Hogg. It's the same young man who has called for abolishing ICE. He is a kid. He is 24 years old. He is now leading the way for the DNC. And the country is responding, I think, to two things. One, Trump doing exactly what he said he was going to do. And the other is Democrats doing more stuff like what I showed you and this. Setting up a whistleblower portal to sound the alarm against Trump and Elon Musk and anyone else that is trying to rein in the needless spending. That's what they made, everybody. That's what they spent the last 3 weeks putting together. However, there doesn't seem to be many on this side, but there is one Democrat lawmaker who thinks maybe leaning into the extremes maybe isn't such a good idea. That is the U.S. Senator from my home state of Pennsylvania. Here's what John Fetterman said recently in a podcast, quote, "The new leadership of the DNC, the vice chair, David Hogg, said, abolish ICE, and the other thing saying, defund the police." He said that. And then the senator goes on to say, quote, "And then, when you're in a state like Pennsylvania, I know and I love people that voted for Trump there, and they're not fascists. They don't support insurrection and those things. And if you go to an extreme and you become a boutique kind of proposition, you're going to lose the argument." And we have done that. They have done it successfully, everyone. Senator Fetterman knows it, but he seems to be the only elected Democrat who does. And I'll end it with this. I've thought that finally, after all these years, after Trump first being impeached twice, Russia investigations, he was arrested, he had to sit through court, having his home raided, nearly killed twice. You name it, the list is more extensive than that. That maybe MAGA was going to get their chance to see the vision really executed after November. You waited 10 years for this moment. You never gave up. You got President Trump back in the White House. You also got the House, you got the Senate. It's go time, right? But no, Democrats won't allow it. They won't even allow it a little bit. Think about this. Musk got into one organization, USAID, and found out some really crazy stuff, and they said, absolutely not. No more. He found out about DEI musicals in Ireland, and they said, get your butt down to the Department of Education before he finds anything else. We're going to the courts. We're getting attorneys. Whatever it may be, we're getting it. We're shutting this operation down. They simply will not let MAGA have its moment. 3 weeks into the presidency, and they already have gone to the courts. Won't let it happen. You think about that.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.